Good morning, everybody. It's Jenny Peterson, author of the Cancer Survivor's Garden Companion, and this is your wellness tip of the day. So yesterday I got some very disappointing news, very upsetting. I'm not going to say what it is right now, not because I'm being a tease, it's because I'm still kind of working through being upset about it, so it's not really a thing for me to be talking about. But anyway, long story short, I called Brett and I told him what happened. I said, this is so upsetting. I worked really hard and it's not working out the way I want and the way I planned it. I'm really upset about this. And so he was, at the moment, he was shopping at Costco. And so he came home and he goes, honey, I bought you something at Costco that's gonna make you feel better. And I'm thinking, oh, he bought me flowers. An almost 2-pound bag of kettle chips, and let us not lie to ourselves that the 40% reduced fat is any healthier. It's really not. So that to me is comfort food, as is macaroni and cheese, any kind of casserole, pizza, ice cream, meatloaf. Comfort foods are usually a food, not always, but usually a food from your childhood, from a time in your life when you felt very safe and secure and less vulnerable. So even as an adult, you can experience lots of, setbacks, heartaches, disappointments, people fail you, you have expectations that aren't met, blah, 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 blah. It always happens. It's because it's life, right? So I got to thinking that when you are craving a comfort food, simple but profound, you are needing comfort. You need comfort. So give it to yourself in a way that is more healthy than sticking your face in a bag of kettle chips. Now, I did have a few kettle chips last night, but I stopped at just after a few, and because I recognize it's kind of later at night. If I have too much of this, it's really not going to make me feel any better. In fact, physically, it's going to make me feel worse. So give yourself a good talking to, talk to yourself like you were your own best friend, and out loud, not just in your head. And I know it sounds a little silly to do it. It might seem a little uncomfortable at first, but I do this kind of stuff all the time. Like, for example, wow, that was really disappointing news, but you know what? You're gonna be okay. It's not the end of the world. You're gonna feel better, once you kind of figure out what your response is, but you're gonna be okay, and I'm gonna help you through it. Say something like that to yourself. It's really important, and it's a very valuable skill to start learning, talking out loud to yourself in a positive way. Get dressed in comfortable clothing or jammies, watch a feel-good movie on TV, brew some hot tea, do something, go outside and do some yoga, take a little bit of a walk, go get a massage, something that is going to be a healthier version of comfort food, but will still help you feel comforted and safe and secure. So I know things like this are not rocket science, but sometimes we forget that when you're reaching for a comfort food, it really means that you need something emotional like comfort. So I always like to pass these things along to you guys, because when it happens in my life, I know it's happening in somebody else's as well. So I always hope you find these things helpful. Please do share if you think somebody else in your life will find this helpful as well, and I thank you for that. Until I talk with you next time, be well and keep gardening.